Hi everyone, welcome to Rocksteady. And some time ago I made a little video about how you can care for lockdown hands, and it's still there if you want to watch it because it's still kind of valid. I had one of those micro pedis and I used a specific roller just for any hard skin that had developed on my fingers, and I had some under this part here of my thumb and on this bit here of my finger and here, and with the constant hand washing and sanitizing, it was getting worse and worse and worse. So I was filing down with my pedi any rough skin because it was cracking and getting sore, and it made it difficult to get on and do my hobby, which is crochet. Not that it really rubbed, this part here did, on the work I was holding, but this here was nothing to do with any yarn movements or anything at all. So I couldn't quite understand why I got it here and here, and it sort of dawned on me that it's when you're sanitizing, those outer areas are the bits that stay wet for the longest. I don't know, and you just don't seem to get rid of it as easily. Plus it's drying. I started to use hand creams and they didn't really cut it. Then I started using some much more intense stuff, and I did show it in my video. I've got an 8-hour cream from Elizabeth Arden, which was knocking around anyway, and I had some Egyptian Magic, which I bought on a plane to Gran Canaria, and that is absolutely amazing stuff. I've also got some Himalayan scrub, which I did because it's like an exfoliation thing, and I did used to use that, and some Japanese jasmine body shop cream, which is it jasmine or something else like that, hibiscus perhaps, I don't know, expensive stuff anyway. So I was using all of those because they're the most intensive moisturizing things that I had. So a couple of my subscribers on my other channel, Crochet Rocks, advised me to get and try this, and it's called Okeeffes Working Hands. And so obviously it's for people who work with their hands, as you know. A lot of people get contact dermatitis and all kinds of nasty stuff when they work with their hands, and with all of the sanitizing and hand washing going on with COVID, I was advised to give it a try. So this is how it looks. It's just a little pot, and you undo the lid, and I have used it twice. As you can see, there's a little finger mark in it. That's all I've used, that little tiny bit. So you don't really need a great deal. I'd say, you know, a little smear like this, if you can. I don't know if you can see it. That is all I'm going to use, and I'm going to make it, put it on this bit here and just insist on that area, and likewise here on that finger, and then just rub the rest in. And you don't need much because if you use quite a bit it will feel sticky, although it's not greasy, so you don't get a residue. It does feel like you put some moisture on your hands and the layer of moisture stayed there. So you don't need a great deal. I mean, obviously if you've got bigger hands than me, you might need a little bit more than that, but I've got small hands anyway. I've got little hands, but they're kind of wide. Weird, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, just rub it in that area there. That's all I've done, and I've used it twice, and I have to say it's almost better. Can you believe it? Now if you look closely, I don't think you're going to see it with the light, hopefully you will. There's this area here. This is, sorry, didn't mean to knock it. This is the area where it was cracking, just about here, and that's a little bit sort of rougher skin, and I think where it had been for so long, it will take a little bit of time for that to completely disappear. But I am really pleased with the results so far, and I've only used it since yesterday, and I already notice a massive difference there. So yeah, if you haven't already, get yourself some Okeeffes working hands if you're having that trouble, because you know, if it's good enough for big burly builders and the like, then it's, you know, it's industrial strength enough for COVID hands. That's what I can put it down to, isn't it? Really, that's why we're getting all this dry skin and everything else. I mean, the rest of my hands are not faring so badly. I mean, I've still got, you know, I haven't got peeling, but what it was actually getting, like, even it would catch on things, little bits of dry skin that I could feel, and it would drive me insane. So I would file that down with my little pedi. So I still have been using that, but just to keep it at bay, and so it doesn't crack and it doesn't peel off. So that's helping as well. But you know what? It's got to surely work with feet, hasn't it? You know, when you get that little bit of, if anyone gets any, I get, you know, if you can imagine your foot, you've got the ball of your foot, right on the corner, I get a little tiny bit of like rough skin there. That's all I get. And maybe on my big toe, like, you know, when on the bit that goes round, it's just those outer edges. And I think it's because I lean over when I'm walking. I'm not an even weight distributor, so I think that's probably why. But I don't get a great deal. But I'm going to give that a try on there, you know, and if it works, I'll let you know, because, you know, but it can't be bad if it's after one day. I feel so much more relief than anything else I've tried. So I just thought I'd pop on and pass it on, because, you know, we're going to be sanitising for quite a while still, aren't we? It's until we've all vaccinated and it's done one for good, we're going to be carrying on. So you might need some helping hands or working hands, even if you're not really working. But, you know, Okeeffes, you can get it anywhere. I bought this in a chemist, but you can get it in any kind of normal DIY superstore or online, anywhere. But as long as it's this one in the Larry green pack with the limey green lid. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, take care, don't take any chances now. It's almost coming to an end. We're on the final stretch. Well, let's just hope so, with all these new variants anyway. We've got to get it, we've got to kick it into touch. We are a modern society with all the things at our disposal. We're going to beat it. But until then, keep sanitising, keep hand washing, but keep them supple. Bye for now. Take care, everyone.